You will have things that are going to trigger you, and that is a part of the process. People are going to talk about you when you are leveling up. Like they say, new levels, new devils. And if you allow yourself to be susceptible to devil energy, you're going to fail.
Is it how you move, how you smile, how you captivate everything, how that body move, pretty eyes, got it all, you killing the scene. I want you to be mine.
Greetings, my amazing A-listers, and welcome to another beautiful day with A. I am so grateful to be here, and I trust that you all are well. If you're not, I'm sending you all the good vibes. For those of you who are new, my name is A, and I'm your favorite mindset and meditation mentor. Here at Experience A-List, I help women reclaim their self-worth by putting themselves first by creating self-fulfilling routines through meditation and accountability sessions. A-List is a list of alchemizing women of the highest order of divinity, excellence, and admirable eminence. We make it happen, we don't make excuses. So today's topic is going to be about ignoring them and to keep working. And this topic came up during my meditation today. At first I was going to do it on gratitude, but as I was reflecting on the things that have been happening week by week with me, especially these past 3 weeks. For those of you who are into astrology, you all know that Saturn is retrograde, and Saturn is the planet of karmic lessons, responsibilities, and I believe relationships as well. So a lot of energy is transpiring right now, and it is in Pisces, and I'm a Pisces, so I'm having my Saturn return right now. So the energy is very intense, and it actually went retrograde on June 29th or June 30th, one of those days. I can tell you right now that after that time period, I've definitely been seeing and feeling a lot of shifts within my relationships karmically. And I'm just happy that I did embark on this sober journey, because I do feel like there is a difference with being purely sober and then being intoxicated sober. And when I say intoxicated sober, I mean more so like if you're regularly engaging in like drinking, smoking, or any type of those things, those substances, they do still linger on in your body regardless if you're using them at that moment or not. And so with me just being completely detoxed, today actually makes 21 days since I've been completely sober. Originally I was not counting, but as I looked at the date, because I remember the actual date that I actually stopped drinking and stuff, it was June 24th. So right now I am just fully aware of everything that's been going on and what I've been working on. When I say ignore them and keep working, there's a lot of, for me, I'm going to talk from my perspective. Every single week for the past 2 weeks, I have been going through tower moments, breakups. It's been a lot of drama and just like unnecessary conflict that's been transpiring in the relationships closest to me. A lot of it has definitely caught me off guard, but I know that that is all double energy playing out. It kind of did hurt knowing the things that people were saying about me, especially those closest to me, and the projections that I was getting, especially because now that I've been focused and honing in and locked in, and as you all see that I've been showing up on my YouTube channel more consistently, and like they say, new levels, new devils. And so with that being said, there's a clip that I'm going to insert in between this video, and it is going to be pertaining to Armand Wiggins. He's a commentator and a YouTuber here, and he was in the midst of all of this stuff that was happening, probably about the last incident that happened over the weekend. I saw he posted a video 2 days after that, and it really struck home for me, because I'm like, wow, this is exactly the stuff that I'm going through with these people. So here it is.
No main character goes untouched, unscathed, unpressed. The only people that make it through with a tap on the shoulder and hand claps at every step of the way is a person that ain't a threat, is a person that has no power, is a person that has no influence, is a person that is not a star, is a person that other people feel more superior than. So at this point, I just want you to give yourself a pep talk, and I want to give you a pep talk, and I'm giving myself a pep talk. Let me tell you something. Accept the good and the bad, but really appreciate the bad. Appreciate the people talking about you. Appreciate the people wanting you to fail. Appreciate the people flipping on you. Appreciate that friend that goes and try to expose you. Appreciate it all. Because guess what? They can't even work in their purpose because they see that you are in your purpose so much so that they are distracted. Your light is so shiny, it's so blinding that they can't even see their purpose. Because you radiate so big that you blocking them. They can't even look past you to see their own purpose. So their purpose is to only focus on your purpose, hoping to catch a glimpse. The next time you feel like everybody's against you, the next time you feel like you can't catch a break, understand you're being built for something bigger. Understand you're being set up to be a voice, a leader, an inspiration on a main stage. Understand those people talking about you, that is a compliment to you.
Okay, so people are going to talk about you when you are leveling up, regardless of you're doing something good, regardless if you're doing something bad, people are going to talk. And it is important during that phase not to take anything personal. And that is one of the principles in the 4 Agreements, the book that you all know that I've been talking about for the past like 2 weeks. Not to take things personal, because at the end of the day, people are going to think what they want. They're going to perceive things how they want. And we have no control over that. We only have control over how we respond or we react. So I've been in a state where I have been intentionally responding instead of abrasively reacting, because sometimes our emotions can get the best of us and we'll be putting ourselves in deeper holes and more conflict when we start to fight fire with fire, because that's just going to create a bigger fire. I've learned that with the back chat that I've been receiving, I'm not necessarily a person who and like known to be in drama, but I know that that is inevitable, and sometimes you have to really take audit of the relationships closest to you, because sometimes you can be going to people in confidence or, you know, just talking about things that may be affecting you, and people will literally use that against you, especially if they're not on the same level as you when it comes to being consciously aware of the things that you're saying, speaking, and putting out into the world. And so I've had to learn that the hard way, but I'm grateful for those things, because at the end of the day, it builds character. You have to go through certain things. If you're a person with great influence, if you're a person who continuously works on their personal development, you will have things that are going to trigger you, and that is a part of the process. These are all tests, because the key point in passing is doing the work. Regardless if you know the answer, you still have to do the work. And if you say that you have improved, if you say that you have healed in a certain area of your life, the universe is going to test you with things that are going to trigger that energy back up, and you will have a choice whether to rise above it or fall below and keep fighting with that energy. And then that kind of goes back into what I was saying about Saturn being retrograde, because it is the planet of karmic lessons. And a lot of times we'll find ourselves in situations with maybe different people, but we notice that we have those same recurrent cycles, and that is the point of it. So when it comes to tests, you're going to be tested with things that have triggered you in the past, things that you have already experienced. If you allow yourself to be susceptible to devil energy, you're going to fail. It's not going to feel good. You're going to feel very emotional, but at the end of the day, you have to be able to take a step back to, one, be able to transmute the energy, not take things personally, and then really ask yourself, what can I really do in a situation of adversity that I can't control? And I'm going to give you an example. So this past weekend, someone close to me had sent me a message about a fake page that reached out to them. Now, this fake page has 0 followers, 0 posts, and is following 0 people. And before that it had even happened, when I had woke up and then I had, did my routine and everything, and I finally logged onto my phone to check my social media, the page had wrote comments, bot, trolls, whatever. And so I didn't say anything to anybody, because at the end of the day, that is devil energy, and I saw it for what it was. And so they didn't DM me, but they were just writing just weird stuff under my comments on my personal page and on Experience A-List. So I just deleted it, blocked them, and reported them. And so a few hours later, I got a text message with a screenshot with this. Basically, the situation got blown more out of proportion, and it was more so a target to like as if it was me, like as if I have somebody going after me and targeting the people closest to me, and like, you know, just doing all this extra stuff. For me, when I first saw it, I honestly didn't care, because I know that I'm on a platform, a public platform, and that my platform is growing. And so with that is going to come trolls, naysayers, people who backchat, people who want to stalk. Like I said, I'm not a person of drama, so I was genuinely confused as to who it was. I didn't care to find out who it was, because it was just a blank page. Like, a person who has to go out of their way to create fake profiles and to hide behind a screen rather than show themselves is not something that needs to be fed into. There was a video that I had stated about looking at people and negative energy as feeding the beast. If you don't feed the beast, it's going to starve. And where your attention goes is where the energy flows. And so for me, I did not want to give that situation any more energy than I already did, or that the person who sent it to me was giving it. It was unfortunate, like how the situation got blown out of proportion, but at the end of the day, I saw for what it is. It was devil energy, and I did not allow it to trigger me anymore until like a lower state. I still had to show up. I still had to come on and talk and upload my videos. I still had to tend to my business. I still had to take care of myself and my family in the midst of all of that. There's something that I like to say. There's nothing to prove when you're transparent, authentic, and take self-accountability. Because when you're rising, when your light is shining, and there's people who can't stand that, they're going to do everything in their power to try to diminish you and try to shade you. But honestly, when you're the sun, how can anyone shade you for real? Yes, there are going to be cloudy days, but at the end of the day, the sun is still going to shine. The sun is still going to have more brighter days than cloudy days. And so that's how I like to look at my life and the circumstances that transpired and the conflict that I encountered. When I was in high school, and I said this in a video before, whenever I used to encounter drama and like, you know, like little petty stuff within my friendship groups, like I said, I was not really a problematic person. Anybody who really knew me, they knew me as the baker and the dancer. So I just really literally minded my business because I was trying to get money and, you know, put on my show and performances for what I really was passionate about. And so anytime that I used to find myself in conflict, other people pulling me in unnecessary conflict, I used to always say, before I gave it too much energy, is this stuff really going to matter next week, next month, 2 or 3 years from now? No. And whenever I felt myself getting mad, whenever I felt myself getting worked up over these petty arguments, these petty situations, I literally had to remind myself, like, this stuff is not going to matter. And honestly, that has definitely helped me conserve a lot of energy and to really help me to develop my self-worth and what I felt like was worth giving my energy to. And a lot of those situations, I can't even remember. Like, there's certain ones I can remember, but only because maybe they were just so stupid. And, but I didn't really have many situations like that. I could probably count on one hand how many arguments or disagreements and conflicts that I've ever gotten into throughout middle school and high school. Like, it just really didn't faze me. And I'm happy that I developed that mindset from a young age. Nobody had to really tell me that. It's just by nature, I'm not a person who likes to be in conflicting energies. I don't really like chaos. I don't like loud things. I don't like people touching me. Like, I was just very secluded and just to myself and, you know, just stuck to the things that I knew and just tried to stay out of the way, because I used to witness a lot of people who were attention seekers, and just to see that energy, it doesn't feel good. It's very uncomfortable. And I'm the type of person, I really like to be comfortable. Yes, I would challenge myself to do better, but when it comes to like chaos and conflict, I don't really like that rah-rah and, you know, just all that extra stuff. It's just not for me. I'm the type of person, I don't really get mad too much, but if I do get mad, please stay out of my way because it's not going to be pretty. I just don't like being in that energy. There's no reason for me to be in that energy. Now that I'm in a higher place and I'm an adult now, I'm so locked in with God. I have a lot of wisdom. I have a lot of wisdom and I have a lot of discipline as well. And that is something that I'm practicing more and more each day. So a lot of the energy that may come up against you, when you pray, when you fast, when you discipline, when you're focused, that energy is just becomes background noise. It just builds your character, and you have to, sometimes you just really have to let people, places, and situations go that no longer serve you. Sometimes that energy is there to strip that away and to filter out. Like, I literally, before I really got this deep into like the sober journey and everything, I was like praying to myself. I'm not praying to myself, but I was praying and asking God to really just clear my pathway, to help me to see what I need to see. And if there's anything or anyone around me that has to go, let it be known. And the past 3 weeks, I have been seeing that. And like I said, it's unfortunate, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to stop my motion or flow for anybody else's. Some people, they're not able to carry that weight. Heavy is that crown. Okay, heavy is the head that wears the crown. I think that's how you say it. Let me look it up. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. I see myself as a queen, as a goddess with great influence. And for me, I'm not going to trick myself out of positions for low vibrational energies and entities that cannot even withstand the magnitude of my energy. Like, I really do feel like my energy is a repellent. I just learned not to care. That's how you protect your energy. That's how you preserve your energy. That is how you excel further, because the more that you care is like feeding that beast, and you're going to be more depleted, and that beast is going to get stronger and stronger and bigger until it gets out of control and it drives you insane. Like I said, when you're locked in with God, there is no force greater than God. There's no force greater than the Most High. I believe that the universe is always conspiring in my favor, and so anything and anyone that tries to form against me will fall before me. And I say that in my A-list prayer and meditation. So I want you all to know that you are strong. You will get through this. Any energy, any devil energy that's trying to come for you, you have the power, you have the strength, you have the momentum, you have the backing, you have the spirit of God within you and around you to protect you. You just have to hone into that. Stay away from bad shit, like, honestly. So with that being said, I want you to have an amazing rest of your day. I pray this video serves you right and well. And make sure that you subscribe and follow me on all platforms at Experience A-List, and I'll catch you in my next one. Ciao.